Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to Mr. Soul English channel. So we are going to do today grammar exercise from different topics. Simple present, simple past, simple future, active voice and passive voice, and quantifiers. So we are going to discuss about these topics in this grammar exercise. Let's go. He blank his homework every day. So in this question it says every day. This is called adverb of frequency, and adverb of frequency like every day, always, sometimes, never, and so on. These are used to describe or indicate that the actions happen frequently, and this type of tense that describes action that happen frequently or which are called habitual actions are described by the simple present tense. So simply the simple present tense has the subject plus verb 1 structure. So in the blank space what is needed is verb 1. When you come to see here, it says do, and do is verb 1. Does is also verb 1, but did is a verb 2, so this can't be the answer. And will do, this is the structure that used in simple future tense, subject plus will plus verb 1. This is the structure for simple past tense, but for present tense we have subject plus verb 1 structure. So let's compare and contrast do and does. Here the subject he is singular, so the verb here must be also singular. So when we compare do and does, do is a plural verb, and does is singular verb. So how can we form singular verbs? Singular verbs can be formed by adding s, es, and ies, right? So when they are ending with o, when the verbs are ending with o, we just add es, and when they are ending with y, we change y into I and then add es. So this is the way. So here the singular form for do is, since it is ending with o, it will be does. So add es. The answer will be does. He does his homework every day. John blank his homework yesterday. So the time reference here is yesterday, and this time reference is used to describe actions that happen in the past, right? Like time references last week, yesterday, 10 minutes ago. This expression also is used to describe the actions that happen in the past. So here we have the past tense structure, which is subject and verb 2. So we are looking for verb 2 here. Do is verb 1, does is also, like we said, it's verb 1, and will do, it is used in simple future tense, and did is the only verb 2 that we have here, so it is did. John did his homework yesterday. Blank, you eat breakfast every day. So this sentence is called interrogative. It is in the form of question. So interrogative sentences, they always end up with question mark. So what kind of interrogative sentence is it? Which type of tense is used? Here, like we said before, every day shows that the action is happening, the action happens frequently. So for the interrogative forms of simple present tense, the action shows simple present tense, because this everyday shows that the action happens frequently. So simply it is simple present tense, and the simple present tense in the positive sentence has subject plus verb 1, and we have also object, and then the negative form is subject plus, if the verb 1 here is verb to be, we add here is not, am not, are not, and then object will be used, right? And if the verb is like here, it base verb, root verb, we are not saying is, are, but we are going to say do or does not plus verb 1 plus object. This is the negative form. And now we are asked to find the interrogative form. The interrogative form is for simple present tense is that do or does. In this case we are using do or does because the verb is base verb or root verb, so we're using this structure, do or does plus subject plus verb 1 is used in this case. So if the subject is singular, then we are going to use the helping verb does. If the subject is plural, we are going to use do. So in this sentence we have subject you, and in you is the pronoun that is used with plural verbs. So which one is a plural verb? And do or does? It is do, so the answer will be do. Say, do you eat breakfast every day? Is the correct answer. Blank, you go to school yesterday? Do, does, did, are. And here is an interrogative sentence which is in the past form because of the time reference yesterday, like we said before. So the interrogative sentence for past tense. First, let's see the past tense structure for positive sentences. In positive sentence, simple past tense has subject plus verb 2 plus object, and then when we are changing it into interrogative, it will be did plus subject plus verb 1. This verb 2 will be changed into verb 1 because here we use the past form of do and does. Simply using this structure we can answer this question. If the verb in the positive sentence is verb to be like was and were, we can use was, were instead of did, but in this case the verb is base verb, so we use this structure. So do is verb 1, we're not using this one, do and does, and did is going to be the answer, but d are, it says we are not using are in this case, so it's it did I go to school yesterday will be the correct answer. I will blank it tomorrow. So in this sentence the time reference shows that the action will happen in the future, so it is future tense. Future tense is going to be used here, and the future tense structure is subject plus will plus verb 1. So here the subject is I, in the will, modal verb will is used, or instead of will we can also use shall, subject plus will or shall plus verb 1, but here we are given will, and then we are looking for the verb 1 form. So did is verb 2, so here must be verb 1. This is not the answer. Does is verb 1, and do is also verb 1, but doing is verb 1. Always doing is used after the verb to be. Is, are, was, and were, but in this case we are looking for verb 1, so our probability will be do or does. But here after the modal verbs we are not using singular verb. This verb always must be plural verb. This must be plural verb, so it's going to be, this one is singular verb, does is singular, like you said before, it is singular verb, but this one is plural verb, so it's going to be do. I will do it tomorrow. That dog always blank with his head against the wall. So here we said that always is an adverb of frequency to show that the action happens every time or frequently. So the type of the tense that we are going to use here is a simple present tense, which is subject plus verb 1. So that dog here is subject given, and we are now looking for the verb 1, and this one always is an adverb of frequency. It's not a modal verb. If it was a modal verb, we are going to be using here the plural verb, but now as long as it is adverb of frequency, we are not using plural verb but singular verb. So goes, bark, sleep, sleeps. So with his head against the wall, the dog cannot go with his head against the wall. Bark, this one is plural verb, so we're not using here plural verb, but we are using singular verb because the subject, that dog, is only one dog, so we are not using plural verb, so this can be the answer. And the same is true here. Sleep, this one is also plural verb, and sleeps is a singular, so this will be the correct answer. That dog sleeps with his head against the wall. She can blank like Michael. So here we have a subject, and here is modal verb, and then in this case we are trying to tell, the sentence is trying to tell the ability of the girl or the woman, whatever. So it's present ability. We can easily know with the modal verb. It is used to describe, used to tell the present ability. So after the verb, the modal verb can, we are using verb 1 here. Verb 1 is going to be used. It is simple present and subject plus verb 1. It's, in this case, it is telling us present ability. So we say she can sings. This, in this case, after the modal verbs, we are not using singular verb, but the verb 1 must be plural. But sings is singular verb, so this can be the answer. And this one is verb ing. Then now we are looking for verb 1. C says dances. This one is again singular verb. Singular verb is not used here after the modal verbs. And here we have dance, which is plural verb. So this is the answer. She can dance like Michael. There was blank food in the fridge. It was nearly empty. So in this case, we are asked to describe the quantity of the food. First of all, we need to understand this one. What kind of noun is food? Is it countable or uncountable? In this case, the noun food is uncountable. Now, so where the answer will be a quantifier, which is used to refer or used with uncountable nouns. So it's going to be little, a little, few, a few. Food is uncountable, so few and a few are used for countable nouns. They are used for countable, but here we are using quantifiers for uncountable. So which one do you think will be the answer for this question according to the sentence? Look, it says there was blank food in the fridge. It was nearly empty. So it was nearly empty shows that the quantity or the amount is in small amount. The quantity is very small or low. So which one do you think is the answer for this one? Let's compare and contrast A and B, little and a little. So a little is greater in amount than little. So since the food in the fridge was nearly empty, we are not saying a little, but we are saying little. If we are saying a little, that means the food in the fridge was not nearly empty. So to indicate that the food in the fridge was nearly empty, we have to use little. So there was little food in the fridge will be the correct answer. Can I have blank tea, please? Can I have blank tea, please? So in this case, we are asking someone to let us have something. So first, let's see the noun tea. What type of noun is tea? Is it countable or uncountable? So tea is uncountable noun. It is uncountable noun. So the quantifier must be the one that is used with uncountable nouns. So when you come to see here much, it says it's uncountable, so we can use it. And this one for uncountable also, both for both countable and uncountable, so we can use it. But when you come to see few and a few, many and few, they are used only with countable nouns. They are used only with countable nouns, so they are not going to be the answer. So let's compare and contrast much and some. So the point is, when you are asking someone to let you have something, you are not saying, give me much or can I have much? No, you can't ask someone like this. You have to be polite and you have to ask them to let you have something in small amount. It will be up to them to decide what they are going to give you. So what they are going to offer. So you better say, can I have some tea? Will be the perfect one. So you better say, can I have some tea, please? Is the correct answer. This surprises me can be changed to the passive form as blank. So when you are changing one active sentence into passive, you have to know the structure. So in this case, the tense that is given is subject plus verb 1. So it is simple present tense. Simple present tense. In simple present tense, the active voice has subject plus verb 1 plus object. And when you are changing one sentence written in the active voice to passive voice, so the object in the passive and the active voice will be the subject in the passive plus, and as long as it is subject plus verb 1 and the verb to be is are, the verb to be are used in the present form, and then the past participle form or the verb 3 form of the given root verb will be changed into the past participle. And then the door of the action will be followed. Subject by plus subject. So this one is extra information. If you want, you can leave it or you can add it. So What is the subject in the active voice? This. This is the subject. And what's the verb one? Surprises. And the object, me. So me, which is the object, the objective pronoun must be changed into subjective as I in passive sentence. So we can say I, and then the verb to be that is followed with I is am. That's used with I is am. So I am, and then the verb 3 form of surprise. The base verb is surprise. So when we change it into past participle, it will be surprised. Surprised. I am surprised. I am surprised by this, we can say. Or we can also say I am surprised. So in this case, it says I would have been surprised. This can't be the answer. I will be surprised. No, this can't be. I was surprised. If it was like this surprised me, the answer would be I was surprised. But in this case, since the subject plus verb 1, the answer will be I am surprised. So let's see. I am surprised by this. You can say, or you can leave this information. Either way is possible. Thank you for watching.